In the survival game DeadlyRail to Canada, you must travel across a frozen wasteland in a train while gathering supplies to finish the journey. Hunting down monsters and raiders along the way will eventually lead you to Canada, a known safe haven. You can walk through the game's numerous sub-areas to find resources to carry on your journey. This is an introduction to DeadlyRail to Canada that covers all the essentials. Overview of getting started with DeadlyRail to Canada. Fundamentally, DeadlyRail to Canada is a survival game for 4 or more players. This cooperative multiplayer survival game draws inspiration from Dead Rails, which shares many fundamental gameplay elements with this experience. In order to buy fuel for your train and attempt to keep the ride going for as long as possible, you must gather cash. You can only travel in one direction on a single track without changing the direction of your trip. Your expedition needs to be carefully planned, including when to advance to the next trading town and where to pause for supplies. You have the option of using monsters as fuel or depending on coal to power your train. Although the latter is a less effective approach by nature, you can depend on it if necessary. Naturally, this entails protecting yourself from the fiends and using whatever weapon you have available to kill them. Grab them and toss them into the incinerator to use their corpses as fuel. To finish the expedition and arrive in Canada at the end of the journey, proceed from checkpoint town to checkpoint town while maintaining a high fuel gauge. Controls, movement, WSAD, jump, spacebar, equip tool, number keys 1 through 0, use tool, left mouse button, sprint, left shift, mechanisms of gameplay, survive a long journey. This linear survival game is meant to test your mettle as you travel across the landscapes for a long time. You will come across progressively more difficult enemy configurations that aggressively pursue you as you move from one trade zone to the next. You have to make every effort to stay alive, reach the next location for refueling, and carry on with your journey. Title for multiplayer survival. Up to 4 players can join the journey in the game, which lessens the strain of defending yourself and finding resources. A party that is well organized can easily defeat adversaries and get to the end of the line. Managing fuel. Coal, which is available for purchase at trade zones throughout the game world, is the main fuel source for your protracted and difficult journey. Money is needed for coal, and you will not always have it. As a result, you might have to hunt monsters, gather trash for fuel, or look for cash in deserted cities and towns along the route. Defensive gameplay. As you move through the game world, you will occasionally come under attack from raiders and zombies. Since death marks the end of the run, you must defend yourself with whatever you have on hand in such a situation. You can manually defeat them with melee weapons or use guns as your ranged weapon. The reward will be better the more formidable the opponent. As a result, you receive resources for playing flawlessly against these adversaries. In-game store. The majority of the resources and goods available at the in-game stores can be purchased with in-game currency. These shops are a great place for all players because they have weapons, coal, stat-boosting items, and more. While in the trade zones, Roblox users might pause for a few minutes to assess their current situation and determine how to continue without losing the run. Keep in mind that stores are still vulnerable to zombie attacks, so they are also not totally secure locations. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn that notification bell on to get all future updates.